Hello. New event with ROKN Yasmine. It's a cultural event. Let me tell you more about Yasmine El-Gendy, our presenter today and the founder of ROKN Yasmine. Actually, ROKN Yasmine hosts many cultural events and activities that was launched in 2014. Okay, and Yasmine began her social work and volunteering activities in 2005 at a very young age. She's graduated with a joint certificate of business administration, major of finance and investment from Georgia University, State University. Um, Yasmine also is working in finance and investment field in addition of being a very passionate freelancer business event planner and manager. One more thing that Yasmine is a presidential leadership program member and she's one of my dear friends and dear يعني colleagues colleague. Yasmine is very active one يعني ممكن تكون شهادتي فيها مجروحة بس يعني I love her so much and you're going to see how passionate she is, and she's also a steering committee member in the World Youth Forum since the very beginning, as well as AAYP, Arab and African Youth Platform, and the National Youth Conferences in all its editions. Yasmine, moreover, يعني something very special for Yasmine that she is the World Youth Theater Manager in its 2 edition. يعني Yasmine has a very special corner which is called ROKN Yasmine. Yasmine, kindly unmute yourself. Okay. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Yasmine. How are you today?
Fine.
I'm so glad to meet you today, wallah.
I'm super thrilled to be with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Most welcome. We are so excited to know more about the cultural event that we are going to hold together, inshallah, and to know more about the book discussion and movie discussion and how it's going to handle it, inshallah.
Inshallah. Shall we start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Anan, could you please accept my request to share the screen?
Yeah, it's allowed. You are co-host and you are allowed to do everything. What's wrong? You started sharing it. Yes.
How about that?
Yes, it's working now. Yes.
Hi, guys. First thing, I'd like to thank Anan for inviting me to be with you. I'm super thrilled to be among your community, and I hope you enjoy our cultural activities that we are going to present. This is ROKN Yasmine, one of my dreams. I have started since 2014, like Anan said. Here is our Facebook page if you would like to join us. And on the Facebook page, there is a tab for the community. We have 3 main groups on Facebook, each for a specific activity. And I will explain them later. But first, I'd like to know, who are you guys, a bookworm or a film lover? So please, for whoever is a bookworm, just type in the chat box number 1. And for film lovers, type number 2.
Come on, guys, write your thoughts in the chat box. Bookworm, type 1 in the chat box. Film lovers or movie lovers, type 2.
Just an ice-breaking activity before going through our presentation.
Yeah. For me, I started.
Number 1, okay.
Actually, it depends. Yani. Sometimes, because I'm Gemini, you know, it depends on the mood itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some people prefer the book, some people prefer the movie, and others
great job
on the how good the book is or how good the movie is.
We have Mr. Ahmed Shaban typed 1, Tamer Malawi typed 2 and 1. Farah said both 1 and 2. Yes, very good. Hisham 1 and 2. Yes, that's great. Yes, great, guys.
Okay, another question. In case of a TV or a movie adaptation of a novel or series of books, Do you prefer, guys, to read first or to watch the movie first? So again, type number 1 if you would like to read first, and type number 2 in the chat box if you want to watch the movie first or the TV series. I guess we have all watched many movies and TV series based on novels and
Yes.
books.
We have here Mr. Tamer Malawi typed 2. I typed 2 as well. Mr. Hisham typed 1. Farah said 2. Yes. The majority prefer to watch
What's first?
Nagwa Al-Hawari, yes, typed 2. That's great.
Hi, Nagwa.
Nagwa, yes. Most welcome.
Okay, one
That's
more
great.
question.
Yes.
Have you ever watched a movie and thought the novel was better? So
Yeah.
guys, do you believe that we never judge a book by its movie, or that sometimes the movie is better than the book?
What do you think, dears? Actually, it depends because, you know, I'm a kind of a visual person, and sometimes when I read, I feel that I go with my imagination and so on.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the film sometimes
But sometimes the film is very well screenplayed and very well performed so that you enjoy.
Hi Nagwa, most
Hi,
welcome.
Nagwa.
Yes. Come on, guys, write your thoughts in the chat box. What do you prefer? Farah said, I'm totally agree with you, Anan. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Farah.
Okay.
One last question. If there is a subject and you want to know more about, for example, World War, do you prefer to read books about it, or do you prefer to watch, for example, documentaries? Not all movies have to be fiction. We have documentaries and other visual material that we can benefit from.
Yes.
So
what do you think, dears? Write your thoughts in the chat box. Which is more beneficial for you, to watch a documentary or to read a book? Hisham said movie. Farah said watch a documentary. Tamer Malawi said watch a documentary. That's great.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now we can move to our agenda. Today we are going through some points. I'd like to tell you more about our story in ROKN Yasmine, what we do, our activities, and the importance of joining or attending cultural events for everyone. And last but not least, our plans for Relo Cairo Mentors platform.
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah.
That's great.
So let's begin with our story. I'd love to say that it all started with a little girl passing her bedtime with big eyes and reading her favorite Harry Potter or Rajul Mustahil. I have always dreamed about having a culture center that's located in every Egyptian governorate, in which I can organize our culture events, book discussions, movie discussions, art galleries, and so on. So in 2014, I decided to take a baby step, as I truly believe in the power of little achievements. So I started the first activity, which was a book club activity. Last October, we celebrated being there for 5 years and running 5 activities. And we still have more plans, and we seek expansion. So who we are, actually, I'd like to call us أهل وناس ركن الياسمين or ركن الياسمين family. First, we were a group of bookworms driven by their passion to all book-related activities. We agreed on meeting once or twice a month to discuss a book that we previously agreed on. But then we started to know each other. We started to be friends with each other. We started to form some sort of community with people who share same interests, and started developing our activities. So we have been friends for 5 years. We enjoy meeting new people, listening about listening from each other and celebrate with each other. We have been there even in that in our worst days, in when we were down. We somehow form a support system.
Yeah.
Over the time, we started to invite some writers, novelists, critics, publishers, name it. We started to grow, and we have, other than our book activity, we have an online reading challenge activity in which we help people who are some sort of beginner readers to adapt reading habits. We make challenges, we challenge ourselves, we motivate each other, and help each other to commit to a reading habit. The minimum is 10 pages a day, so it's 70 pages a week. And we celebrate the highest achievers, or the top achievers. We have another activity that's book donation campaigns, which I'm very proud of. We decided to share our passion with many people. We decided to collect books from bookstores, publishers, even people, and then redistribute them among those who are in need. Orphanages, hospitals, universities, youth centers, culture centers. We have been, we started going to other governorates in Upper Egypt, and there is a do-it-yourself club for those who love crafts and handmade projects. We gather periodically, pick a project, pick one of us to lead the gathering, watch many tutorials, and then buy the material needed, and we spend 2 hours, some sort of a break from our life, from our daily life, to create something with our hands. It's a very stress relieving activity. Last but not least, we start organizing workshops and sessions for the sake of passing down knowledge in different topics, planning, PR, and so on.
That's great.
That was in brief the story of ROKN Yasmine. Thanks, Farah. It was all a dream, and we have supported each other to achieve it, creating a community where we can share our passion and interest. And I'm sure that all of you have at least, each and every one of you has at least attended a culture event. But do you guys know the types of culture events? Let's guess.
Yes, come on, guys, and type your thoughts in the chat box. Do you know what are the types of cultural events? Write your thoughts in the chat box.
You can cheat from the slide.
Yeah. Try to guess.
What do you think, Anan?
Yeah, I think maybe something like you know, watching tutorials, and some people said festivals. Hisham said festivals.
Okay.
What else? Visiting new places. Nagwa Hawari, that's good.
Exactly.
Virtual tours. For me, I think virtual tours.
Interesting.
What else, guys? Yes, Farah said museums. Huh?
Bravo, bravo. Okay, so
okay.
these are types of culture events.
Book fair, national events. Yes,
exactly. Types of events. There are many. We have museum tours, we have local festivals, we have concerts, we have sightseeings. Also, if you are an opera fan, this is a culture event. If you're attending a book discussion, this is another culture event. And also, if you go to attend a theater play or a movie night, all of these are just examples of culture events. So I'm sure that each and every one of you have at least attended one type or another.
Yes.
Moving to our next point, art exhibitions. Exactly. Art galleries and exhibitions are a type of culture events. This was from Tamer. Now, is it important to attend or join culture events? What do you think?
What do you think, dears? And here we have another comment on the live, because we are going live now.
Oh,
And
okay.
Mr. Atif said ceremonies as well.
Ceremonies, yes.
That's great, guys. What do you think? Is it important to attend cultural events or what? And why? Nagwa said, yes, of course, they are useful. Yes, that's great.
Okay.
We have many yes here.
Of course, it's a big yes. It is very important to attend or join culture events. This is important no matter your academic background, no matter your interest. You just have to find the type of culture event you are interested in. So why it's important? It helps you view life from a different perspective, learn about different cultures, and avoid culture shock. Increase your tolerance and makes you better in understanding and accepting the differences. Make you a better communicator. These are just some points that makes you. This is why we
major points. Yes.
Important to attend or join join culture events.
And here we have one more point from Mr. Khairi said that it's deepen our knowledge. Yes.
Of course, this is 100% true.
Yeah.
Of course. So what we will do together? What is our plan for Relo Cairo Mentors community?
Yes.
We will start a book discussion and a movie discussion activity. Okay?
That's great, yes.
So yes. What if?
Yes, oh, yeah.
What if? I'm not a book fan. I'm a slow reader. I don't enjoy the movie or the book you choose. I can't manage my time to join. I'm very busy. I can't learn anything from fiction. What yes. if? I'm sure that some of
These
you
are very common questions, actually.
Yes, I'm sure that some of you now have these questions in mind. So I'm giving you some tips.
Yeah.
So if I'm not a book fan, if I don't like to sit and have a hard copy of a book, you can try, for example, audiobooks. They are more like radio series. Many people are performing the novel you are supposed to read. It's very interesting, and there are plenty of audiobooks applications available on App Store or Google Store. What if I'm a slow reader? It's totally okay. It's totally okay to take your time and develop your reading habit. It's totally okay to commit to small goal. For example, reading for 5 minutes a day, either before you go to sleep, or the first thing you do in the morning, just 5 minutes. And if you committed yourself to do so, even in the weekends, you can then increase this goal into 10 minutes. It's totally okay. We have to take it step by step to adapt a new habit. And developing reading habit is not impossible. What if I don't enjoy the book or the movie you picked for the discussion? Okay, that's totally normal. Yeah, it's almost impossible to find a book everyone likes. So come to the discussion and tell us what exactly you didn't like about the book or the movie. For example, you find you find it really not interesting, the topic itself, or the performance was very poor, or maybe I just didn't like it because of how it's written, or maybe if it's a book, maybe the font itself, it's not easy to read. These are common things you can say if you didn't like the book we picked or the movie. What if I can't manage my time to join? Well, I have some tips for you. For example, I like to carry a book whenever I go. I like reading when I'm waiting for the doctor, when I'm waiting when I'm waiting in the bank. It kills the time and I'm enjoying my time. I have to do this thing. I have to go to the bank and I hate waiting there. So I take a book. I believe the majority of you have heard about Kindle. Kindle is a small device that helps you have thousands of titles whenever you go, wherever you go. And it's very helpful if you are more into reading soft copies. The last question that I usually hear is, what if I can't learn anything from fiction? This is, let me say, a reading myth. There's nothing called I can't learn anything from fiction. Fiction, let me take you to a movie scene. This movie is called Dead Poets Society, starring Robin Williams. In this, he's a teacher like the majority of you. He was teaching his students through poetry. So in one of his scenes, he said, medicine, law, business, engineering are the noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, and love, these are what we stay alive for. So fiction helps you to know your inner thoughts, your inner feelings, helps you understand the person in front of you, helps you think of the same situation from different perspectives, helps you accept differences. We are not the same person. We don't react to the same situation the same way. So that's how important is fiction, and that's how can we benefit from reading fiction.
Yes.
I hope that I have answered the what ifs. So if you have any questions regarding this point, please type it in the chat box.
Yes, please, guys. If you have any other questions more than that Yasmine guessed from these common questions, type it to be able to break your fears and go on the book discussion and movie discussion process, inshallah. Type your thoughts in the chat box. If you have any more question, type it. Is it all okay? That's great. Yes.
Okay, moving to the second point. Is that all? Is that all what I will do? No. What else? I'll give you book recommendations, books to read other than the discussions book, and movie recommendations, movies from other cultures. I believe that the majority have only watched the American movies. How about European movies, Asian movies, Arabian movies?
Because sometimes, Yasmine, some people don't know how to choose a book or how to choose a movie to watch. Sometimes
Yes,
they stay confused and what shall I watch or what shall I read?
I'll do my best to prepare some recommendations.
Yes.
Satisfying different interests and different personalities. So you will find, for example, memoirs, documentaries, novel, a movie that was based on a novel, and so on.
Yes, we have a very interesting question here from Hisham Al-Adawi. He's very excited to know. He said, Hashim Al-Adawi. He said, I want to know about the meeting. Do we have a specific day a week that we can join and discuss? Yes, for sure. Just stay tuned.
Just wait a couple of minutes.
Yes, we're going to announce everything now.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So in addition to that, I'll try to share some tips and tricks to manage your time and be able to join our activities. I will take you to tours to international museums, and this will be really interesting.
Yeah, wow.
And last but not least, I recommend some events you can follow or attend in the upcoming days. So I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted with all the updates in the cultural scene. So it will be very interesting, and I guarantee you won't regret joining these activities.
Yeah, for sure.
So, game time.
Yes, let's go.
I'd like in less than 30 seconds. Name 5 movies that were based on novels or books.
Come on, guys.
And please write them all in the same comment.
Yes.
5 movies.
In 30 seconds. It's very challenging. Come on. Yes, come on. Hurry up.
And then join us, write 5 movies.
I'm going to try. Yes. Okay. بين السرايات نجوى الهواري. Yes.
برافو. نجيب محفوظ. لا، بين القصرين.
بين القصرين, not بين السرايات نجوى.
Who is the writer or the novelist? Harry Potter. Okay.
You're asking the difficult questions, Yasmine. Yes, Harry Potter. دعاء said Eat, Pray, Love. Tamer said Oliver Twist. الفيل الأزرق. هاشم. And Harry Potter. Yes, that's great.
I have a little surprise by the end of this presentation for Harry Potter fans.
Yes, Gulliver Travels.
Okay.
Sorry. Interstellar, Mission Impossible, The Mummy, The Lord of the Ring. Yes, and The Mars. Good job, Khairi.
I think Mr. Khairi wins this game.
Yes.
Around
Hanan wrote Around the World in 80 Days. Yes, very good.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay.
Cinderella. Play Romeo and Juliet. Very good.
Yes. Shakespeare.
Hamlet.
That's
great.
That's awesome, guys.
جريمة في قطار الشرق. Oliver Twist. قصة مدينة
Yes.
ثم لم يبقى أحد. Yes, very good.
فرح يعني شطورة جدا.
Good job. Yes.
So
Farah
about next time.
Farah from Libya. Yes.
Hi, Farah.
Very good.
So next time, what I need you to do, pick a movie or a book. There will be a list given to you with some recommendations of mine. If you have any other recommendations, it's totally okay. Just pick a book or a movie you would like to tell us about. Read it, watch it, and tell us what you think. What did you like? What did you dislike? If you, this is for super participants. If you read the book and watched the movie, name or can you spot the key differences from your point of view? What are the key differences you found between the book and the movie? Here are some general book or movie club discussion. You can, this is some sort of a guide. You can use this in order to prepare yourself for the next time. For example, tell us what was your favorite part of the book or the movie. What was your least favorite? Did you race to the end, or was it more of a slow burn? رتمه بطيء. Which scene has stuck with you the most? You kept reading the same paragraph, or you kept rewatching the same scene? What other movies or series or books did this remind you of? Which characters in the book did you like best or least? For example, now Granada trilogy by Radwa Ashur crossed my mind. And for example, I have many favorite quotes from this novel. It reminds me, one of the characters, Salima, reminds me of my grandmother. I'd like to meet her in person. I think this is one of the questions that's coming. So what feelings did this book or movie evoke for you?
Yeah, that's great.
Which character in the book or the movie you most like to meet in real, if there's a chance? So for me, Salima in ثلاثية غرناطة, I'd like to meet her in person. She reminds me of my grandmother, like I have just said. I'd like to have some of her lavender perfume. I'd like to hear some bedtime stories from her. She's very interesting, and I recommend this novel for you to read.
Yes.
Another question: which places in the book or the movie would you most like to visit? So, for example, returning back to our example, and I'd like to visit Spain, especially Granada, حارة البيازين. Honestly, I don't know how what's its name in English. So this is the place where the incidents of this novel take place. So I'd like to go there one day. It's on my list. So if you are still not sure and feel like you are a little bit confused or lost, I'll give you an example. So I think one of you guys have named Eat, Pray, Love as
Yes.
the movie he recalled.
It was mentioned here, yes. The comments. Yes, right.
Great. So in Eat, Pray, Love, I have watched the movie first before reading the novel. Some people call it a memoir, others describe it as a novel. Some people would love to say it's more of a travel book. So Eat, Pray, Love, the movie, is a 7-10 American biographical romantic drama film starring, of course, Julia Roberts as Elizabeth Gilbert. She is the real person who took this journey. The book has its name, the same name, Eat, Pray, Love. So if this is the book or the movie I'd like to discuss with you, I'd like to start, and this is all, guys, optional. You don't have to stick with the same sequence I'm talking about. I'm talking right now. So Eat, Pray, Love, for me, the movie was really interesting. I'm a huge fan of Julia Roberts. I liked the scenes in Italy and Bali the most. They were very rich. I felt in love with the Italian architecture. It was very interesting to watch these scenes. The movie took me with Julia through a journey that lasted for a year. She went to find her own self. She felt lost, confused in the beginning of the movie. She got divorced. She got a long vacation and promised the publisher that through this year she will write down what she about her journey, what she passed through, and everything, and then he can publish this as a book or a memoir. So here the places in the movie were America, where she's originally from. She started her trip with Italy. It was a place on her list long time ago. And in Italy, she discovered the pleasure of eating. This is the first word in the title, eat. The Italians also taught her the art of doing nothing. She was very busy. She had very busy schedules every day. So the Italians just taught her the art of doing nothing. Just sit and relax, enjoy the moment, enjoy eating. And that was Italy. So she moved to the second stop, which was India. She was in a great need to search for a guru. She wanted to meditate, to pray, and this is how she could communicate with her own self, with her inner self. There she met David, which is one of my favorite characters in this movie or the novel itself. David was an American guy who met Julia or Elizabeth in the ashram in India. So he was more of her mirror. They became friends, and then one of my favorite scenes in the movie was between Julia and Richard. She was telling him about her ex-boyfriend. She's missing him, yet she doesn't feel that she wants to get back to him. he told her that it's okay to miss him. Just send him love whenever you miss him, and then you can focus again on your meditation. The last stop was in Bali, which is a very beautiful Indonesian Indonesian place, where she met someone who fell in love with. And this is the third and last part of the journey, love. In Bali, Kitut, one of the characters, told her that it is okay to fall in love and not having and not disturbing the balance you have, the inner peace you have achieved. So she let me recap, or she went over 3 stops in Italy. She learned to enjoy the pleasure of eating. In India, she learned how to pray, how to listen to her own self, how to meditate. And in Bali, she fell in love with someone and concluded that it is okay to fall in love and still keep your own balance and inner peace.
Yes.
What was the key differences between, for me, from my point of view, between the movie and the novel? The novel was more, I felt it more sincere, more friendly. Elizabeth were talking as if she's talking to one of her friends, as if she's chatting with one of her friends, as if she's writing her diaries. I didn't feel the same way in the movie. Plus, the novel has way more details regarding the place she went, the people she met, the situations she passed through. So I love. I enjoyed the book more than the movie. This is for me. Maybe someone else enjoys the movie more than the book.
Yeah, here we have a question from Hanan. She's asking, can I ask what is this explanation or activity for?
This is some sort of manual for whoever is interested to join us next time to present or discuss a movie or a book he picks. So I'm just giving you an example.
Yes.
Moving to the second example, it's for me, it's a cook movie or a cookbook, Julie and Julia. We have Amy Adams and Meryl Streep. This is one of my recommendations also. This is about Paul, Amy Adams. In the movie, she was feeling really down. She's not okay with her financial status, with her work. So she decided to challenge herself. She started a blog in which she challenged herself to do 524 recipes in 365 days, inspired from a child's book, The Art of French Cooking. This was also transformed to a movie, which is really interesting, and it helps us to see how two different ladies who are passionate about cooking, yet they have some differences. What I liked or enjoyed most in the movie or the book is the relationship between the two couples, the husband's role. In both couples, the husband was very supportive, very encouraging, very motivating. When Paul felt down or she didn't want to complete her challenge, he was boosting her motivation or self-esteem. When Meryl Streep felt that she won't be able to publish her book, her husband was very supporting, very encouraging. So this is what I liked most about the movie. I hope these guys, these two examples enlightens the idea or explain the idea very well.
They are very helpful, Yasmine. Yes, very good.
Thank you. So here is the list I have told you about famous movies or based on books. This is my recommendations. You can pick whatever you want from this list or from other lists. Here, 12 Years a Slave. This is a very good movie. Little Women, Election. I believe that most of you have seen it. In addition to Sense and Sensibility, that was based on Jane Austen's classic.
Yeah.
Mean Girls, about high school life. The Shawshank Redemption, based on novella Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. Gone Girl, I love this movie very much, based on the thriller, released in 2012. The Color Purple by Alice Walker also, and The Godfather. I believe the majority of men have watched The Godfather.
Yeah.
It's very common. It was based on a 1969 crime novel. So this list will be sent to you as a guide. Maybe you'd like to pick one of its recommendations and discuss it with us next time.
Yes, guys, we are going to send all these documents on our Telegram channel. I'm going to send it to you now on the chat box. Make sure that you are joining our Telegram channel to get all these documents, and to make sure that you are joining us, inshallah, in our next event. Yes.
So let's get it started.
Yes.
Who's excited?
Come on, who is excited and who is in?
This is
type 1 in the chat box if you're in.
Farah is in.
Mahi, yes, very good.
Mahi is in.
Farah and Mahi, yes. Come on, who else? Where are you guys? Very good. Hashim,
very well.
Reda, yes, very good. Excellent. Yes, great job, guys. That's great. And me also, count me in. Yes.
Perfect. So Anan will send you
right now
a registration form in which you are asked to fill in your name, whether you will discuss a book or a movie. So please fill in the form, and then we will, inshallah, next time we will have the chance to discuss with each other. Next time, maximum number of participants will be 15. So we will select the first group of 15 participants, and the rest shall be selected the next discussion or next gathering.
Yes. Okay, type now, guys. I have sent you the link of the Google sheet. Okay. I just want you now to type your name, your mail, and if you are going to choose a movie or a book, and fill in the rest of the form to make sure that you are going, inshallah, to join us next time to discuss a book or a movie that you have watched or you are going to watch. Okay. Start right now. We are going to wait for all the members now who are attending to join us, inshallah.
Great. Thank you, Anan.
Most welcome.
So next time will be next Tuesday. So you have a full week with the weekend to have plenty of time. It will be on Tuesday, July 21st at 9 p.m. So mark your calendar and save the date. A group of us, as I have just told you, will tell us about the book or the movie he or she picked to discuss. Each of you will have only 3 minutes to present, so that we could be able to have each and everyone participate. So this is regarding next time. So next time we will meet next Tuesday, July 21st at 9 p.m. Whoever will register in the registration form will have 3 minutes to present or discuss the movie or the book he or she picked. There will be another PDF will be sent to you, including some guiding questions, so that you would be able to prepare. Tamer, shall we only choose from the suggested ones? No, pick whatever you want. This is just some sort of a guide or some recommendations. Pick one from them if you want. If you have any other recommendation or suggestions, please go for it.
Yes, it would be great. That's great.
before ending, I'd like to suggest some really interesting things to follow for those who are still not sure whether to join us or not. It's reading with celebrities. Here,
Yes.
I'll tell you about three famous book club activities that's hosted by a celebrity. The first one is Oprah's book club. It's one of the very famous book clubs started 20 years ago and still remain very popular among fans. You can easily go to her website and follow the book club activity. It's really interesting. And the most inspiring thing about it is it's lasted for 20 years and still going. Oprah is a very inspiring lady in all aspects. And the second book club is Reza's book club. It's very easy to follow. Just follow the hashtag RW Book Club on Instagram so that you will be able to be updated with the stars picks. It's an initiative from these celebrities to encourage more people to be engaged in reading activity and book clubs. Last but not least, Miss Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, of course. Emma Watson started a book club activity a couple of years ago that specializes in feminist literature. It's called Our Shared Shelf. You can also follow it on Instagram. She picks and recommends books to read. She even distributes books in the subway for strangers to find and read. She's very inspiring, and I totally recommend this to follow. This was the last thing I recommend to you. So to recap the whole thing, we started by telling you who are we. We are ROKN Yasmine for culture activities and events, and we are super thrilled to start this cooperation with Relo Cairo Mentors platform community. We organize book discussions, movie nights, workshops, reading challenges, and many more. So for Relo Cairo Mentors community, we are planning to start a book club activity and a movie discussion activity. Next time will be next Tuesday, July 21st at 9 p.m. We will pick maximum 15 participants. There is a registration form. You have to fill it in to tell us if you would like to join. You will have only 3 minutes to tell us about the book or the movie you want to tell its story. There will be 2 files in PDF format will be sent to you. One of us includes a couple of recommendations for books and movies to watch. If you want to pick from it, it's okay. If you have any other suggestions to discuss, it's totally okay. The other PDF format is for some questions that might be helpful for you to prepare yourself for the discussion.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed my time. I hope you did as well. Thanks, Anan, one more time. And if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer.
Most welcome, Yasmine. Actually, we are so happy that you are joining us today. And I just want to add one more thing before we end, and before we have the questions, guys. I want to share with you the experience that I have with Yasmine in ROKN Yasmine. Actually, she invited me to attend an event with her. I find it in a very cozy and familiar, I entered, I found wife and husband are sharing the same camera and are sharing the same ideas and discussing the same book, which grasped my heart actually. So that's why I felt that this experience we should go through actually. That's why I dealt with Yasmine that we should do something for our community as well. So I hope you are going to enjoy, inshallah, and I'm confirming that you are going to fill the form just to make it more well organized, inshallah, for the next time, and to be able to join us and share this great experience we're going to pass, inshallah. And I'm sure you're going to get satisfied with it. Yes.
One last thing, Anan. I'm inviting all of you to attend our next discussion. It's in ROKN Yasmine. It's taking this Thursday at 8 p.m. on Zoom applications. So just Google our page, our Facebook page, ROKN Yasmine. You will find the event and the link. If you want to see how it's going live. So I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope you will enjoy. And I guarantee this, you will enjoy these activities very much.
The atmosphere, guys, is very interesting.
And let's get it started.
Yeah, the atmosphere is very interesting, guys, inshallah, and we're going to go through this experience, inshallah, together. Okay, so we have many thanks here, Yasmine, for you. Actually, it was an interesting session. You are very inspiring as usual. Do you have any questions, guys, before we end? Come on. Okay, that's great. We have only many thanks. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your excitement. See you next Tuesday, inshallah, July 21st.
Yes. Thank you so much, Yasmine. Thank you for your time and for your effort. Thank you, guys, for joining us. And thank you for those who are joining on our live session. And I'm going to send you the Google Sheet as well to fill it in if you are following from the live video. Okay? See you, inshallah, next Tuesday. And I just want to announce that we are holding all our sessions next Friday because we are going to attend the 9 TESOL convention virtual event. So we're going to come back to you with very interesting ideas, inshallah, after finishing this virtual event. See you then. And thank you so much again, Yasmine.
Thank you, Anan. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.